Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sophia if you're new here, but today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do a more about me. So I wrote down about 18 questions that I get frequently asked. So here's a little bit more about me. Also, a disclaimer is these are in no particular order, so I just wrote them down as I could remember them. This question is, my birthday is on December 26th, 2002. I was born the day after Christmas. I don't know why. Is how old am I? And I am 16 years old. No, I do not drive. I get that question a lot because I'm like, you can get your permit at like, what is it, like 15 and a half? So I don't drive. I wish I did, but I don't, and I think I'm just gonna wait till I'm 18 because I'm already like 16 and a half and my 17th birthday is coming up in like 5 months. So I don't feel like because it takes like 6 months to do the behind the wheel, so by that time I'll be 18 when I could have just waited a few more months to just do the test originally. My little story behind that. My favorite color is purple and pastel yellow. I recently just started to like pastel yellow. I don't really like a vibrant yellow because it's too bold, so not a fan of that. My favorite ice cream, I am lactose intolerant and I am vegetarian, so I mean I can eat ice cream being vegetarian, but being lactose intolerant does not help at all. But I would say like I like cookies and cream more. And also, what is it? I go to this one like sushi place, it's called Huntington Ramen and Sushi, and they sell vegan sushi there. So I normally get that, and they have like a little complimentary ice cream, and it's normally like a little small scoop of green tea ice cream, and that's also one of my favorites, but I don't know if they sell green tea ice cream, so I don't ever get it. My favorite boba, a lot of people ask me like which boba I get because I do get it quite frequently. If you follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, I do post a lot on there, like when I go to a new boba place, and I get the Thai milk tea with boba, with it also being at 70% sweet and half ice, just because it gets like there's too much ice in it and there's never enough drink, so I do half ice. Also, okay, so this is the sport I play. I do color guard, but most people do not consider color guard as a sport. It doesn't make sense as to why, because we're all year long, because we're color guard and winter guard, so we go the whole year, unlike some sports that are only like half the year. Not adding any sport, but yes. And we do not stop like practicing because we're either in a gym or on a field 24/7 practicing to be better, so we know we can be the best, because being in World Guard is really tough and it does take a lot of time. Also, going on color guard, what's my favorite toss? On saber, I would say it's a blade triple because I did have that in my winter guard show. It was my first year being on saber, and my coaches were like, yeah, you're gonna be on saber. Really attached to being on saber, so I'm not a fan of rifles, so I don't like rifle. I will say out of flag, dance, rifle, and saber, I would put saber, flag, dance, then rifle, just to show how much I really don't like rifle. A little story to rifle is we were in a field season year and we were practicing during zero period. And one of my teammates, it was windy too, but one of my teammates didn't warn me that she was tossing, and she was like right next to me too, and the wind carried her rifle as she tossed, and the rifle smacked on my head, like the tip top, and I fell to the floor. And then they're like, oh, we think she's okay, but we're not sure. So then I just get ice, and I like sat out for like some time, but it was not an experience that I liked. I also like tossing a hilt quad, which is a 4 on saber, just because it's like free flowy. My color guard members, they asked me what like my favorite piece of equipment to spin, and that is saber, just because like when you do spin in the wind, the saber is able to cut through. It happened at a competition. One day it was extremely windy and we were practicing before we went on to go perform, and while the rifles were like tossing everything, it was like really hard because their rifles would be like getting pushed forward as they would try to catch, And like Saber's, like we were able to stay in our spot and not move, so that's also why I like Saber. So that's just like my little story on color guard. Next question is, how old was I when I got my belly button pierced? I was 13 years old. It didn't really hurt in the beginning, but then after he stuck the needle in, that's when it hurt a lot, and he had to like transfer the needle out to put the piercing in, and that was the most painfulest part. Like I'm not okay with pain. Like pain with me does not mix well. Another asked question I get is why I'm so short, and I also am 5'3.5", I believe. I'm not sure. My doctors have told me different things. So with that, people always ask me why I'm so short. I personally don't know. I am the shortest one in my family because my sister's, I think, 5'9", and my mom is like 5'9", 5'10", and my dad is also like around that height, and I'm over here at 5'3". So I mean, I don't mind being short. It's nice because I have other people get me things in the house when I can't reach them at the tip top. So I find that quite amusing because I don't always have to do so much work. Another asked question is, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'm not too sure as to what I want to be specifically, but I do know that I want to go into the science field and do something with science, because every year I always say like, oh no, I hate science. Science is my worst subject. I'm not a fan of science. But in the end, I always pass a science class with like an A, or somewhere like from an A to an A+. I don't know how I do it, but I managed to push through science. Sophomore year, I just actually took chemistry, and I did pass that with an A. It was quite a struggle. I was up late nights studying for tests. The next question is, are you going to get tattoos, and if so, what are you? I do want to get tattoos. I'm not too sure what tattoos I want to get, but I do know I want to get a sleeve on my left arm. I actually have some henna tattoos on. I have that one, little dots, little sunset or sunrise. It's hard to see. But then I have like the moon phase. I think I want to get the moons because I like it, and I do like night skies. I'm a sucker for the night skies and like cute things. The next question is, why do I always post about my bunny? Okay, so I have had my bunny for over, I think I want to say 2 years I've had my bunny. His name has changed a lot because when we first got it, we got it from someone, I think off of Facebook, my mom found, and there was nothing wrong with it. The lady or the girl was just going to college in a different state, so she could no longer afford to like take care of it. People sometimes do get a little annoyed that I post about my bunny a lot, hey, all the time, so oh well. What phone I get? Sometimes I get this question asked. I have the iPhone 8 Plus in gold. Someone asked my personality. My personality goes, I'm outgoing, funny, and kind, but once you start becoming my true friend, I'll get like way more comfortable with you and I'll act a little bit differently. It's just like one of those things that like happen with a lot of people. I think that's how it goes. I'm not too sure. So what I like to do in my free time is I like to paint. It's something I've really been getting into lately, but I don't have any paints because like the paints that I have, they were like from years ago. So a lot of them started to dry up and it wasn't good. So I had to throw over like half of the paints away. So now I have half of the paints left. I also like to go places, whether it's with friends, family, or like my sister, just because we're bored and we want to do something. Oh, leading to my sister. I have one sister and she's older than me by 4 years. We are exactly 1 week apart. I was born on the 26th and she was born on January 2nd, 1999. So we're 4 years apart but 1 week. So I mean, it works out good sometimes, but then others it's just like you're too close to me. My sister is the one in the video that I posted before, I think 2 videos ago, I believe. I posted about her. We did how well do I actually know my sister. Turns out I found out a lot of new things than I actually thought I did. That is the end of the video. If you guys did like the video, please give it a like and also do subscribe. It does help my channel grow. If you guys have any other questions, you guys can always like DM because I'd love to answer them. I'll answer honestly to some questions. I hope you guys did like the video. And to the next one of next week. Bye, guys!